Hello, everybody. Welcome to this panel, AI and short drama, scaling creativity without losing originality. Well, thank you for joining us today. I think it's going to be a fascinating conversation about what's happening in the content creation space right now. AI tools have democratized for drama production, giving creators, even those without massive budgets, or studios behind them the ability to generate scripts, edit footage, and produce polished content at a pace that seemed frankly impossible just a couple of years ago. Studios now can iterate faster, test formats at scale, and bring more stories to the market. And today we want to understand how we can be scaling creativity without losing originality, because speed and efficiency without intention can become potentially a trap, which is homogenization. Safe bets replacing bold swings. So today we are asking the interesting questions. How do creators use AI effectively to amplify originality rather than replacing it? How do platforms balance the economics of scale with the hunger that audience have for stories that feel fresh, surprising, and human? Our panelists represent the front lines of this very new creative endeavor. We have platform strategists, producers, and technologists who are actively grappling with these new problems and tensions. So let's dig in. My name is Mattia Tiravanti from Cirilica Group. And before we start, I would like to extend a big thanks to SocialPeta, HoiChoi, Onset Octopus. And of course, it is a pleasure to participate on behalf of Cirilica Group from myself. And let's go now to present the speakers of this panel. We have Adidev Mukherjee, who is content head new formats at HoiChoi. Hello, Adidev.
Hi, Mattia. Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to be given this opportunity to be a part of this panel. And I would love to talk about the subject today because this is a very, it's a topic that, me, my team, and my management is something that we are deep into this specific topic each and every day of our workday. And we at Super and at HoiChoi are actively adopting this as an AI first company as a whole as we go ahead into the next year and into 25 and into 2026. A little bit about myself. I head the new formats bit for our company. So when I mean new formats, HoiChoi has been, we are a legacy company in terms of Bengali OTT over the last 7, 8 years, and we are undisputed leaders in that market. But for us, this last couple of years, it's been a big change where we have started microdramas as well as audio stories as a content outlet, for which we launched our second app called Super. And I head audio stories as well as the content curation for microdramas and its production. And a large part of it involves the product health and seeing how the content that we shoot is, or of course, create on AI is brought out to the public from the product side. But for Super going forward, a really big part of the content will be AI first content for the world. Right. So, and it's something that, is very important for us as to how to keep content A, unique, B, tested and robust, and effective for the audience that we are targeting, and have rationale into the spending that we do as a company. And I guess most production companies, most brands and involved in this business are grappling with this question. And we are as well doing this every day. So we'll talk in detail when we get into the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for introducing yourself and tell us a bit about what you do and what the company does. The other panelist, Pankaj Unyal, who's a senior business development manager at SocialPeta. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, sir, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, Matia and Adidev, and everyone who's joined this panel as an audiences. Uh, it's a beautiful opportunity to talk about the micro dramas. We have been advocating for this special niche of the product for last couple of years. We have seen it evolving from something just an idea to which is already there and everyone is talking about. So Social Peta is basically an ad intelligence platform. We have added a niche product, uh, micro drama, into our own intelligence platform, wherein people can basically learn what are the new ideas which are being accepted by different audiences around the world. I take care of the new business development for the new product. So, being a part of Social Peta, I have seen tremendous growth in microdama products. I have seen people were very spectacle about this product probably 2 3 years, but now everyone is trying. We have seen like big Hollywood brands are also jumping in, and they are also trying. So I think it's a good market to learn from, and I'm exciting to be a panel, and hope I will learn more today from both of you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess that we are all here to exchange thoughts and learn more about this, new frontier of production. So, I have the first question that I have is for both of you, and I'll ask you this, and I'll repeat the question so that you can remember it. So, the first question is going to be first. Let's start with Adidev. Uh, so AI is significantly increasing the speed and scale of short drama production. That's obviously. From your perspective, is it also improving creative quality or is it leading to more content homogenization? If so, why do you think so? Adidev.
Matthew, can I request you to repeat the last part of your question once again? I kind of
Yeah,
lost you a bit there.
absolutely. So I'll repeat the question. AI is significantly increasing the speed and scale of short drama production. From your perspective, is it also improving creative quality or is it leading to more content homogenization? And if so,
Yeah.
why do you think so?
Um, Honestly, it's a bit of both. It's one out of the other. Um, yes, it is definitely increasing the speed and the time between the seed thought as to okay, we need to do something and on we need to plan a show, and vis-a-vis to the time that it's executed and it's ready for the audiences, the time has seriously gone down. Um, even when I'm talking about live action, it has gone down. And if I'm talking about AI gen video based microdramas, so we're talking about a matter of 2 3 days in which we can have a 60-minute content that is ready. But uh, it is happening. It both is happening. It is improving speed and scale, but homogenization does happen. Why? I feel a lot depends on how you use AI for the production and who is using the AI and whether the person is skilled enough to deploy the tool that you use for creating the content that you're planning. They say when AI was in its initial days, they said that whether AI would take our jobs, it's actually who can use it effectively, they will be more positioned. So, you know, it is really, yes, it is improving speed. It is improving the time between you decide to commission vis-a-vis what show you want to commission. There are tools like SocialPeta, that will allow you to track which tropes and which content genres are being spent upon and are being consumed by advertising, are being spent upon as ads for by brands and by OTT companies. But what ends up happening is if you say pick a trope, key, in America, and if there is a trope that is really trending across 4 or 5 platforms, and say there is a mafia. And if I don't know how to effectively use AI tools to write my content around that bucket and what I want to create specifically or editorially, then what is going to happen is another Adidev copy can go there and sit there and give a prompt, and it's going to just spit out the same thing. So what happens is you lose flavor, you lose context, or you lose. What I've seen is you lose that proprietary signature that should be true to you as a creator, as a brand, as a platform. If you blindly get into creation on that way, so bit of both. It's on how effectively you can really use it, how effectively you understand your viewer. Again, AI does come in there, so it's not always a generative AI which we are talking about. So if you can effectively use AI to understand which viewer is interacting with your platform on your ad channels, then you can create a show that is truly yours, but it is stress tested, it is proven on algorithms and given created based on an understanding that is AI led. So even we have seen that me and my team have created content basis this workflow somewhat. I'm talking about personal experience here. So yeah, I think in a nutshell, it cannot replace taste. It can definitely quicken your workflow. If you blindly trust it to replace your taste, whether having without having your own proprietary training based on data, then you will not reach anywhere.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your answer. And I have the same question for Pankaj. Let me know if you'd like me to repeat it. Uh, but what's your take on this, Pankaj?
Sure. I mean, I couldn't agree more. So AI is giving us the outcome, whatever we are asking uh, an AI platform. So it is not giving me anything which is changed or in a different flavor. It's going to give me what I'm asking. So the way I use AI, it's going to give me the results. So it is beautifully said by Adidev. The way you actually use or utilize a powerful tool called AI or any platform based on the AI, it will support you. It can probably help you to fine tune a content that you have already made, but if you are just trying to make something from scratch without using any originality, maybe you will end up getting something like a prototype, but not a something like very hit or very emotionally connected to the audiences, because audiences also do understand what has been written or made by using AI, or what has little personal flavors, maybe if it is about any specific genre or any specific element related to some community based stories. So AI can only give you a gist of it. It cannot create some deeper connection with the audiences if we just rely heavily upon AI, and we just try to create something very quick, and we just hope that it will become a hit show someday. Uh, on the other hand, what and how cleverly, how efficiently we can optimize the AI is maybe has to be more from the data driven points, like what all audiences is accepting such kind of events or such kind of stories. The elements, those are really hit in probably Southeast Asia. If they are or they are not being accepted by some other geographies, the creatives who are actually better performing than others may have some inspirations for us. Maybe we can have our own tweaks, which will have related content, which is giving a direction to our own content, which has identity for our own app, our own stories. Maybe that will work well for them. So I think it's a combination of how you utilize AI just to streamline the work, the repetitive work, the work that will take probably a couple of days to do manually, and you have a basically you have figured out that how you can do all those things ready to test in the live environment. So probably all that backend work can be done by using AI. For the creative part, I think fine tune getting inspiration would be a better idea, but it is not advisable to rely heavily upon and do everything dependent on AI. I mean, there are contents like the anime, and there are some stories wherein you can basically get some kind of inspiration, which can have the elements maybe non-human, maybe some superhero is going to like Jupiter doing some stories there. I mean, that can be acceptable. But if it is about the family shows, the revenge stories, love, and all those drama, maybe it is better to have our own human touch, human content, our own stories into the narration. I mean, that will work better, and to make it very precise, maybe to make it fit in certain length or certain episodes, then maybe we can have use of AI to optimize it to a doable project. So that's my take. I mean, if you have anything to add from your side, I mean, we would love to know that as well.
Well, thank you very much, Pankaj. I think that in both answers, it seems to me that the important thing is to find the right balance between creativity and the correct use of AI to support that creative process. And I think that it's uh, an excellent approach to this. So now, let me. I have a question for Adidev specifically. So, from a content creation perspective, how is AI changing the entire short drama development process, specifically from ideation to storytelling? As content head of new formats at HoiChoi, how do you ensure that the content remains original, engaging, and emotionally compelling while leveraging AI-driven efficiency? So, what is your answer, Adidev?
Yeah. So it's it's manifold. AI is really definitely changing the content production process. Like I touched upon when I was talking initially. Um, in it's threefold. All right. It's definitely what you want to do, what content might work for your market. So your ideation, your refinement of that idea, structuring the idea, even working as an assistant as a writer, it can do that. And again, we see across the world there are many players and many companies who are creating splendid AI-led, purely AI video creation. So in a generative AI capacity as well, it works. Retention is something that various companies and various brands are working on. I don't think there is a complete unanimity and agreement on what really works right now, both in India as well as abroad to a large extent. But like I was saying initially, that the most effective use of AI would come when you can structure um, analysis first before jumping into production. What what is your market for your app? What works in terms of hooks? What are the tropes that are trending, and what are the tropes that you want to dive on? Uh, Even before that, you can come back. You can work on your promos. There are brands across who have worked by testing out Gen AI written created promos on Meta Google and analyzing CTA numbers and commissioning according to that. So there is a huge part of the what to commission or what to produce that is really streamlined and quickened with effective AI use. Um, in terms of purely creation, the jury is still out whether or not it can purely write for you. It can definitely give you solutions if you're stuck at an idea. It can definitely give you for a trope. It can give you 10 routes that a trope can take, and you can test it out. Whether it's a foolproof one-shot way, it's still work in progress largely. But it can definitely guide you. if used perfectly and if used on a particularly trained in a particularly trained manner where you do have data to fall back on. You know, because if you don't have data, again, you'll feed in that same trope. You'll give a prompt and or have a bot writing for you. After a while, it's going to be the same scene coming again. It's happened. It happens for all of us. But here's what I think, because even if it is on AI, even if it is you're writing on AI or creating on AI, if you're making a Gen AI microdrama as well, it's the character that works as a show creator, right? So if you've used your AI and if you know what is the market that you want to target to, what is the which are the audiences that you're making the show for, um, you know, if you create that effective character with the effective, character diamond is something that we worked on, is we work on. Uh, Again, that's a very writer and content creator thing. Um, you know, you will make a character that resonates with your audience, and if it resonates with your audience, then you have a space to fall back on. Even with the use of with the effective intelligent use of AI, you can understand whether or not that character has resonance with your audience. And if you can write your show in such a way, and if the character has relatability, if the character has that wound that your audience wants to follow or wants to see, you'll ensure that your show will sail through with that 8-10 episode paywall. You know, even if that trope is being done by 10 other shows, by 10 other platforms, if you can give that one unique twist to your character or that one unique turn, um, again, that's flavor that comes from either the person effectively using the AI or the writer. So that's the value that the human in the loop will have. Um, Even for us, from the data commissioning to creation, it's heavily gone down. But again, the final check, uh, still today, is the human in the loop. Um 3 months later, I don't know. Maybe facial recognition will do the job, but um, yeah, flavor and the understanding of flavor comes out of experiences. If AI can learn that, then I mean, honestly, I don't have the answer where the future lies.
Well, thank you very much. And I absolutely love what you said about character, because if you think about maybe some movies done in the 90s and 80s, if you go back and read the script, well, I was born in 82, no? So maybe with some movies that I was watching growing up, now if you go back and watch them, the script was not exceptional, so to speak, but what worked was the character in it. And if the character was functioning well, uh, almost never mind the script, because it would carry the title across effectively. So I concur with you. And just another question. So, in your experience, is there a gap between content that is technically correct and content that is truly emotionally impactful?
Yeah, so content that is technically correct, AI can give you that. You can have, because microdrama is extremely technically written, so you can codify that, and some people have done that. So AI can give you that, and it can probably give you a very good retention show. But would it be recallable after 6 months, 1 year? That's where experience, flavor comes in. That's where your character comes in. So that's where the content editor will still have a job. They'll probably become AI generalists.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So now I have a couple of questions for Pankaj. So I remember that in a previous Social Peta interview, Andri Futsa, who's a ex-creative producer in My Drama, mentioned that success in vertical content comes from a 50% data and 50% creativity balance. What is your view on this idea, Pankaj?
We couldn't agree more. Like as beautifully said Adidev as well. So like depending on any of it or avoiding AI, I mean nothing is advisable. I mean since everyone is using AI, we cannot ignore it. But where exactly we have to use and implement it, that's the question. The flavors, elements, uh, the human touch would always be there because we are producing the content which will be useful for the like which will be seen by the audiences which are human. I mean without having a human touch, personalization, I mean I cannot expect that someone will engage with it. I mean it's not a machine or it's not something without emotion that we are trying to create. But where exactly, and what we cannot deny the fact that the data set is very important. After all, it is business. I mean entertainment is also a business. Any app, I mean it has to retain some customers to have the cash flow going. So how we can retain the customer, how we can ensure that they will like the content that we are producing, how we can have a healthy pipeline alongside our live content. How do we know that what kind of audiences will engage with such promos that we are gonna do? Maybe it's one big content that we had, and we are trying to market different geographies. May or may not be. I mean, we have to iterate our promos matching different audiences. Uh, Gone are the days, I mean, like specific to India. I mean, we were also very much inclined towards the West. We had some cowboy stories in our, like, I guess, late 80s, early 90s. We all liked it during that time, but it was a very short time. I mean, people, if I think about that time, maybe someone had that kind of exposure during those times when there was no internet or anything, but maybe they had seen all those stories. Someone really liked it, and they had all that things available wherein they had created those stories and they took it to the real audiences. They liked it, but not for very long because the India as a whole, I mean, we are like almost one-sixth population. If I just talk about the India audience only, in India itself, we have many languages and cultures. We cannot have a one sort of stories that can appeal everyone. It can have some elements like our national heroes, maybe a game, the cricket as a cricket, which everybody likes, or maybe some events which are like associated to each and every one of us. But other than it, many stories, those are really working well in the West, may or may not work here. We need data to check that point. I mean, we cannot just blindly do selection of some stories who really work well for others, accepted by some audiences. We cannot bet on that. I mean, it will be a guesswork. Okay, somebody else has liked, and our audiences will also like it. For that purpose, I think AI is playing a beautiful role. It won't It actually allows you to do all these iterations maybe in a day. You can have multiple promos into different platforms, various A/B testing, and everything would be there probably in a couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days, and you will have a starting point wherein you can actually go and try to engage with the audiences, even if it is like 1 or 2 episode live, and you see engagement is dipping. You still have chances to do iteration within the story, and it is beautifully and can be crafted by using AI. So this is where AI is really helping us. But uh, on the other hand, relying everything on AI, like without using our own decisions elements and avoiding the elements those have been a part of entertainment or the TV industry, I mean, that won't work because it is the same audience which is now liking a new content, a new format of content. But when you see some of the elements like the romance, I mean, romance is always there. I mean, this is a different way to show the same element, but it is not something different that we are showing. Uh, Revenge, it is always there. I mean, it's universal, universally accepted. We know revenge as a point, but from this point where our story will direct us or take the audiences. So this is the main key, and this is where actually the human intervention is required. A person with such years or decades of experience in human psychology, marketing, content, I mean, they will play a crucial role. I mean, they will have an idea, okay, this kind of a story maybe we can bet on. And then once we have that starting point, maybe using AI, trying to test some basic iteration and the promos will give us a better idea that where exactly we can go. So, yes. So, Andri Kuksa has done tremendous job in short drama as well. We could not agree more, like what he said. Yeah. That's my thought on his point.
Yeah, thank you very much. And from a social media data perspective, in this AI era, what types of short drama creatives and marketing strategies are most likely to achieve strong performance and breakout success?
Like from the very beginning, like we have seen the trends since it was just a story or mouth of word for the rest of the world, since it started basically from China. So we seen a lot of content was uh, UGC, a lot of content was coming from the novels, very regional, and like in India as well. I mean, we have seen, or we have grown seeing the K dramas in this perspective. But now, I mean, lot of new players are coming. A lot of new elements are coming, and they are keep on trying for some of the elements or the genre those were not being spoken or were become taboo maybe for many audiences in the world. Some topics are still like not very welcome in some part of the world, but the short dramas are giving us a platform wherein we can show what is required to see or required to watch by someone, but that was not available. So it is a choice given to the audiences as well. It's a big platform for the creators as well, because you do not need to spend like a lot of time and your relations with the specialist or the producers. I mean, you have these stories, and I know like most of the apps, I mean, they will welcome your stories if there is a point, because everyone needs a fresh idea, and in this competition wherein everyone is making around certain accepted keywords or the genres, a new idea will always be welcome. So without or with using AI, I mean, we have better ideas keep on coming. There are few apps that I know, they have openly mentioned in their website that they welcome the new stories. They are open to work with people with zero experience in any sort of microdrama or writing. So all that is happening because the AI alone cannot help them getting the story. I mean, I know the content, I know how to use AI, I have multiple AI tools, but again, I will create something with my own experience, and that would be not very new. Maybe I will personally like it, others will not. Uh, Again, I will any individual will make, I mean, not questioning on anyone's capability, but for example, I will create something which is based on my experience and my horizon that I've seen in the world. Maybe I have not seen anything, for example, naming a country like Mexico or Peru. So how would I engage that audiences? I mean, if I do not know their culture, I do not know what they like, their taste. So at this point, maybe AI can help me to understand. I mean, the platforms like SocialPeta and some other platforms, for the creative part, for the promo part, maybe I can check, I can test what's been happening if I'm going into new territory. Maybe I'm very good in some genre like romance or comedy, but I have to try horror. I have no idea. How would I do? I would check what others have been doing, but what's been happening in the market. Also, as the time will go, the micro dramas will also evolve from UGC. We have seen a lot of PGC content is coming, and more professional content is coming. So previously, in the mainstream media as well, the content was like only horror, only romance, when the people were like fed up of all these. So probably rom comedy, horror comedy also evolved. So there was a requirement for the parody as well at some time. I mean, that doesn't make in a very good sense in real world, but again, for few hours, I mean, you will be lost in that. So that is all human psychology. So people are keep on engaging with the audiences uh, engagement. I mean, how they are engaging with they are also giving a direction like what is really working well in one category, one particular audience or one particular app. And I think for the top performing apps, they have been keep on scaling based on these changing on the thumbnail captions, CTAs, testing multiple hooks. I mean, these all will help by using AI. On the same time, we can have our own touch, human touch, along with the AI. I think this is something which will align you to the audiences, getting their insight and making decision based on it. So that will be a strong human storytelling instinct that will always be there and always support the growth of microdramas.
Thank you very much for your comprehensive answer to this. And yeah, it's it's an interesting new frontier, and I'm happy to be here today with two experts on this and get to know more about all of this. So
But
now, yeah, sorry.
sorry. I mean, I also like wanted to check from your perspective as like short drama continues to expand globally, and AI is definitely influencing the localization and the cross market adaptation. So from your perspective, from your business perspective, like what do you think the AI can, or how it can truly help scale the content across different territories, regions, without losing the actual cultural nuance and like emotional depth, etc. So, or is there any fundamental that you believe that are limiting when it comes to the very personal or cultural storytelling? I mean, if you can just share your
Well,
thoughts on.
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for the question. First of all, give a little bit of context. The company I work for, Cirilica Group, is a localization company, and the localization process essentially is the process of taking one piece of content that is shot in a specific language in a specific country and render it available for fruition in another region in another country. So one key point is to dispel one basic understanding, fundamental understanding that localization is not just about translation, but it's a process of transcreation and adaptation from one language, one culture to another. So AI, we are a company that offers both human traditional localization processes and AI processes. AI can definitely accelerate part of the processes. Uh, the term human in the loop, I prefer human at the helm because I believe that um, if the team behind the localization process is owning the whole localization process, can bring a lot of and support the quality of the localized content, definitely. Uh, and even companies that would only uh, provide and propose AI only dubbing and localization, their narrative shifted a little bit. They initially marketed their tools as almost automatic, sort of, set it and forget it. The reality is that we need to correct that. We need a team that gets in and drive the processes of localization by supporting it directly and thoroughly. Um, I think that the best results comes when there's a robust interaction between uh, uh, the localization team, so the uh, uh, the translators, the quality control team, and AI can definitely support that and help scaling this process. So the key factors, in my opinion, are trust your localization vendor, get in early talks with them to understand how they work, how their workflow works, and vice versa. Um, Remember that an early talk with your localization vendor can help boost how that content is being translated and translated for the process. And when it comes to subtitles, of course, it's very important, and even more so when it comes to dubbed content. If you dub your content, that becomes 50% of your content in another region. So, uh, absolutely best to do it well, do it correctly. And the most fundamental thing is uh, understand what you want to obtain with your localization. Because localization is a very big topic, and it's a bit like eating out. Sometimes you want to go eat fast food, and sometimes you want to go eat at a more refined restaurant. It all depends on what you really want to achieve with your localization process. So there is it. Thank you very much for your question.
Now, thanks. I mean,
So
thanks for sharing. Yeah.
yeah, so I have one last question for the both of you. A couple of questions in reality. So the question, and I would go with Adidev, looking ahead 12, 18 months, as AI continues to reshape for drama production and distribution, do you think that the industry will become increasingly formula driven and scalable, or will originality and unpredictability remain a key differentiator? What do you say, Adidev?
Firstly, I'd say I lost your last part of the question again, for whatever reason.
Oh, no problem. I'll repeat it. So, looking ahead 12 to 18 months, as AI
I got
continues
that.
to reshape sport drama production and distribution, do you think that the industry will become increasingly formula-driven and scalable, or will originality and unpredictability remain the key differentiators?
Um, it will. It will become formula driven because it again, like what you said about localization, it depends on what your decision making and where you want to go in terms of distributing the content as a OTT brand comes in. It's also on a decision making process of whether or not my platform wants to be formula driven with your short content in terms of a library curation, but it's going to be a bit of extremes. So you will see brands who are making structurally correct microdramas, but with content that is, or but with characters rather that is really pertinent to the market that they created for. Uh, and you can't. I mean, even in the Indian market, you will see that right now there are shows you might watch and you go like, "Hey, I've seen that somewhere else." But you know, as the industry or as the market matures, you'll find that creators would know how to use that structural know-how, and create characters that are more relevant to their markets. Like I said, I mean, microdrama writing, from a as a creative person's perspective, is extremely codifiable, and especially when it comes to the content coming from China or coming from America right now. Um, with India, not so much. It's still learning. Retention is still something that we are testing out. But there will be extremes. You will have platforms that are going gung ho with uh, ready-made, pre-tested, stress-tested tropes, which are working across four markets. You will have that platform which makes lesser shows, but then which are shows which will probably be more nuanced and more. You might remember more. I mean, there are examples of such in the West also. So you will find effective use of AI. You will find more microdrama playbooks, microdrama writing guides like you have for cinema and even television right now. But one really big thing that we feel as creators is that the medium is here to stay for sure. I mean, when even in India, from cinema, we all came to that weekly telefilm we used to have on Sundays. But then it came to the 7 day soap opera that we call in the country as Indian TV. That was a shift, right? This is just another shift. And given, in a year or two's time, people will learn how to effectively use learnings. They will have made more content, and you will have platforms which know what they want to do. So right now, I feel across the market, uh, in India, it's a very experimental stage. People are expanding, but there's no one hit formula. But at the top of it, I really feel in the next 1 year that what is that one hit formula is going to be achieved.
Well, thank you. Fascinating. Pankaj, on the same topic, so what's going to happen in 12, 18 months? Is it going to be increasingly formula driven and scalable, or do you think that originality and unpredictability will remain the key factors? What's your take on this?
Uh, sure. From Let me add this way. I think the time will also add some more first party data for the apps along with the third party data which is available here. So I think we are going towards a direction wherein we have realized that this is accepted. But what would be really helping, really helpful, what will get more retention, what will help you to drive your growth in terms of the actual money. So apps have been keep on learning, trying all these things. We have seen some apps; those are not covering everything, but they are trying to be specialized in some content, which is a very bold move because they are marketing themselves as a content which is exclusive to them so far. So specialized content, PGC content, everything would be there. For the audience perspective, I think it could be one of the golden time for them. They can have everything available by their choice. I mean, they do not have to see what is only available, but probably they can have the liberty to check or see what they actually need to consume or what they really love. The kind of monetization is going forward. I think India is optimistic. We are at the very early stage for many of the apps, but I think we are in the right direction. From AI perspective, I think for any app which is already there, so what they can really use, learn, and relearn to use repeating proven hooks. They work for them or maybe for someone else. Uh, Emotional hooks, the cliffhangers, the creatives, those are like already converting for others, may uh, convert for them as well. So we will have all that information available for their own data as well as for the third party data which is already distributed by some good AI apps. So in overall sense, I think the industry will definitely welcome and will more optimize the data led uh, outcomes while keeping the originality. I mean, this is always required as long as we have to have a new audiences. Plus we have to retain the audience who have already showed the confidence in the past. It happens like uh, even if it is a superstar from a Hollywood movie, if they have done like 15 movie, you cannot say all 15s are like very good. You will say like maybe five of them I can watch anytime again and again, but there were some like just good to have or good to see movies. Same goes to the platform. They cannot and should not and must not produce everything or accept or expect like everything would be super hit. I mean, they just have to keep on trying the way someone is reiterating on the content or the ad creative, and they just have to get the one or two right dramas to get some engagement, converting into retention, and from there, I mean, to learn from their own habits, own likings or dislikings, we can reproduce the related or more liked shows. I mean, I think a lot of work to be done, a lot of learnings to be done. We expect exciting time ahead for everyone, for the apps as well, for the creators as well, for the artists as well, because there are a lot of shows and a lot of new jobs. We all have been talking that AI have been taking jobs, but I think this industry is offering jobs to newcomers, people who have no experience as well. So we have to welcome that part as well. So I think it is exciting time. People who can use AI, who can actually optimize the use of AI, will definitely will stay ahead in the race.
I just
Yeah,
want to add
absolutely.
a couple of
Sorry,
things.
go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Matthew. I just want to add a couple of things which Pankaj had said. About first party data. I really agree with this because across the next year or so, I think the major thing is data, um, proper, dependable data on content performance is something that this whole industry, as a microdrama industry, requires, especially in India. And the hope or the aspiration is that we would have that. And definitely, like I said initially, as a content creator, I tell my team, even who make or produces microdramas, is you need to think yourself as an AI generalist, effectively optimizing the use of AI and creation of shows, be it creating AI generated microdramas with our internal team, or um, as well as commissioning shows for the general live action market across the country. So exciting times, very tough times, but exciting times.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, and I agree. It's going to be extremely exciting times, and I wanted to agree with the fact that it's opening up new markets for people that prior to this revolution probably would never have been involved with the content creation. Yeah, we've seen a first revolution with content creators online via YouTube, and this is yet another revolution that will bring new energies and new ideas to the table. So I have a very last question, very rapid fire for the both of you. So within this context that we are approaching toward the next 12 to 18 months, what do you think will truly determine which short dramas will stand out in an increasingly AI-powered ecosystem? You want to take it, Adida?
This is a very important question, or rather, very interesting question. Because till now, in my learning, what I've seen is there is little to no show loyalty across, but there are trope loyalties. There are fans of a certain kind of trope of shows across Indian markets, across the Western markets. So, whilst that is going to remain, and platforms are more optimized to targeting audiences, I'll fall back on the character. I'll fall back on that one character that editors can create. If you can have that and keep creating challenges for that character, then you will have show loyalty. Because AI can help you make that informed decision on the show, on the trope, quicken your production timing. But show loyalty is something that no one has really cracked, be it in the West or be it in India. At least I have not found that in my research. Because right now it's on library building, it's on optimizing on what you're spending on. The moment one brand can effectively use the learning or the playbook or the codified writing skills for microdrama and create that one hit character pair or one hit romance or one hit revenge show, or one hit secret identity show, you will find that. I mean, there were a few early signs of such in India, but not something that would last you for 2 3 years. So, very interesting question. It's not achieved yet. AI comes in learning, but I don't think at the moment you cannot predict what people will, how long people will remember your show. It can help you write an effective screenplay. It can structure your screenplay, but not 100% give you the response of your audience.
Yeah. Thank you. And what about you, Pankaj? How do you see it? You know, what will determine that specific short drama to stand out in this AI powered ecosystem? What's your take on it?
Sure. I mean, I'm glad that you asked this question. Like for microdrama, we have been keep on talking, and I think many people have been engaging in this. But when we see from the character or the artist perspective, there are like very less names that we can talk about. Like we all know Cinderella. There's a character called Cinderella, and we can have our own story around Cinderella. We can reproduce it many a times. But like there is no name or no Cinderella as of today in microdrama. I think when the time will go, the more stories will come forward. Maybe some of the characters will build who will remain there in the audience's mind for long time, and then there would be chances that people can inspire, they can have their own versions of it, maybe different episodes time to time, part different parts year on year. I mean that those times will actually create a real fan following for the character as well as for the app. uh, right now we are in a stage wherein a lot of testing is happening, and we have seen some execution, and we have seen that people have been accepting. We're trying to be between something testing and keep on having some retention, just to make sure that we have a right platform to build to do real things coming forward. So I think now the stories are also evolving. Some stories are not just driven from some other or not just from some novel that everyone is pitching. There are some unique stories to tell that we can share with someone. I can talk, I mean this will make sense to talk day on day, or maybe this will have a better impact or deeper impact in someone's personal life. I'm not saying this will improve, but I mean this will have a kind of a relation between the audience and the character. So that time is about to come. A lot of like psychology and marketing should be. I think it's happening, and I know some apps who have been devoting some time building characters as well, and their stories will evolve around that character. I mean, having all the accepted element, but there would be a center that would be around that character. So I think once that time is coming, this is somewhere maybe again sometime end of this year. I think we will see a lot of show making an impression that they have evolved from just making any story on romance or any key elements, and now they are building some real IPs that can not just be limited to microdramas, but that can also open door to other businesses as well. I mean, they can have like clothings and a sports brand related to that. So this will help them connect with the masses out of just the platform. So that's what I feel, and I'm truly optimistic about it.
Thank you very much for the insightful response. And yeah, listen, it's gonna be. fascinating times the next year and beyond that. I've been within the industry for a few years, and it's great to see how it's shifting. And now I think that it's time to take a look if we have any questions from the audience. First of all, hi audience, hi everybody. So let me see. We have one question from Nikhil, and the question is, in tier 2, 3 cities in India, AI first content resonate as nakli or not real content. Hence, it loses hook for storytelling. Do you have a fix for this? And I'm sorry if I've mispronounced nakli. I hope it's understandable. Who wants to
So,
take the question?
um, I can share my thoughts on this because this is something that we too actively kind of discuss on. Um, at the moment, even if a section of audiences say it's nakli or whatever, it's not real content. In India, microdrama or even audio stories are sold on AI videos, right? Largely for audio stories, they are promoted, they are tested on the social media platforms, be it Google, Meta, or whatever, with AI videos. It's a case of habit. It's purely a case of habit. If your story hooks that you are running your promos on and you're making it available on in the algorithm are strong enough, the audience that it's meant for does stick on. And if we give it another year or two, or I mean, it will build the habit. It really doesn't matter if, say, three people call it Nakli or not real. Nakli is fake, basically. But there are huge fan followings for audio stories as well as AI videos that are running in the algorithm, especially also in India. Um, People genuinely have an attention span of 3 seconds, 4 seconds at most. So it's basically on what is the hook that you're leading on. There is a lot of content that floats about, but then they do not have strong enough hooks. So it really doesn't matter at the moment. It's about habit building and making content with hooks that are strong enough, and it will keep people there. I understand from where it comes. It looks cartoonish. It's not really good or whatever. Beyond the point of time, you will find people they're okay with spending time listening to that because again, like what Pankaj was also saying, and even a little bit from our previous question, it's the demand of the medium. Whether it is the demand of the medium, whether people are at all looking at iconic storytelling from this medium yet. At a point of time, they will. We go to watch cinema to see great characters or great videos, film visuals, or filmmaking, right? So short dramas till now, people want dopamine fix. They want that quick shock value. So even if you find, I have seen such comments coming from for live action videos also. In India, that it's such bad quality acting, it's terrible acting, terrible dialogues, and people move away. But if it's a strong enough hook that keeps you there for the first 5 seconds, you will get your section of audience that you want.
Do you want to add anything, uh, Pankaj?
Um, yeah, I agree with Adi. Just to re-mention uh, on this point. Uh, so yes, there would be some disagreement by the audiences. I mean, some people will really like it, some don't. I mean, we cannot have something which is universally accepted. If someone has that formula, please share. But on the other hand, there is a requirement to understand that maybe this show is intent to market a global audiences wherein most of the people will understand and will go with the direction that it is giving, but not for the everyone. I do understand, like I come from India, I know, like if I go to like maybe just 1 hour from where I stay, maybe we all will make no sense. Yeah, so we have to have a different sort of content for that audiences, but for a global audience or a mass audience, we need to have an element that resonates everyone. Like I said, cricket is a game in India. I make cricket as an element everyone can relate. We had a 4 hour full movie that everyone liked. It was a super hit movie in, I guess, 20 years ago. Everyone liked it. I mean, because it had a content. I mean, it will have a content about anything that is related to everyone. Probably people will like it. But if it has an element which is not as per my choice, maybe I do not like it. Yes, I mean, it will be, and we have to welcome it. I mean, I think it's, again, if someone is not liking it, I think there is a direction for you. I mean, if you are trying for that audiences, like they don't like it. I think take it in this way. So, and what they like, I mean, you have to reiterate. I mean, you have to make a content using, as you said, the localization is required. Why it is required? Because only local people understand it. I mean, I try to convey a message to a very local audience in some far east. Maybe I would not make sense because I would not sound like them. Maybe they want someone who speak very slow, but in a different tone. That will make more sense. Maybe using same words. So yeah, I think uh, it is pretty natural to get this kind of feedbacks for the content which is accepted by someone. But again, on the other hand, we know that okay, so this is the audience, they will not like it. Maybe we have a huge audience, and now we have their direction that we can make something which is not this, and we can test it. So we have winning situation in this as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we have many more questions. So I would ask our friends on the Devon podcast maybe to keep the answers as shorter and as short as possible to read all the questions. Um, so next question. It's from Ali Chen. What is the biggest obstacle for AI generated microdrama to become the dominant type of microdrama production, or if it ever becomes one? Who wants to take this question? Again, let me read it again. What is the biggest obstacle for AI generated microdrama to become the dominant type of microdrama production, or if it ever becomes one?
I
What do you
think
say?
I'll take it if I understood the question rightly. Because many brands will shift in this direction for because of the fact that simply put, it's a more rational way of seeing things in terms of a P&L perspective. And there's a lot of decision making system that goes behind it. Sorry. The one biggest challenge, um, is a habit also, because we as a consumer, I'm not used to seeing an AI microdrama show that is specifically around a pure drama genre, vis-a-vis something that is fantastical or in in a supernatural zone. But it's habit purely. Uh, uh, if you start watching many such AI microdrama shows, you'll find by the fourth or the fifth show, it really doesn't matter. Other than because what eventually matters is what are the hooks, what are the episode screenplays, what are the episodes telling you, and you will get drawn out, you will get drawn in. My view at this moment, it's habit because rationally, it's here to stay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Um, we have a question specifically for Adidev. Ali Chan says that's an interesting observation that audiences are increasingly drawn to short dramas for quick dopamine hits. Do you think this shift is conditioning viewers to prioritize instant gratification over depth? And how can creators balance engagement with meaningful storytelling in that landscape?
Yeah.
So, complex question.
Very complex question. Look, the audiences are not being drawn for dopamine hits. They consume this medium for dopamine hits, and a lot of it comes from daily life and how our lives have become. Especially in India, when we started making microdramas, the biggest insight was that people don't have time for 25 minutes to sit and watch a television soap opera episode that would give them one high point. So they'll probably get through half of the show in 25 minutes in microdramas. So it's not something that you would condition an audience to change this preference of the modern day. But again, like I said, what is going to happen is platforms or some platform will come in with the trust and spend in behind content which is written with the codified learning of microdrama, but then creates content that is really, really tailored to the market or with in-depth understanding of their audiences. And they will create characters that are relatable and meant to be watched from season to season to season. So, how would you balance? You would first have a far deeper understanding of your audience. It can be used. It can be by spending your time in deep diving on audience numbers, or it can be also like some platforms do, is by producing more content and then testing them out. So there can be both.
Thank you, Adidev. I don't know if Pankaj has anything to add. Otherwise, I think I have a question for him. Pankaj.
Uh, sure. I mean, what's the next question? I mean, sorry, I didn't get that.
So give me a second. Let me get to the question. So uh, the next question to you, and I think that it would be best answered by you, but of course, Adidev can chime in. So the question is, I can't read the name, but the question is, what's the size of AI-driven short drama market now? And do you have any idea about the number of apps that provides it? And is it flourishing in specific regions? This is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is in question itself. Yes, it is more region specific. I don't know. I like don't know the numbers, but maybe we can talk offline sometime. We can I can show it to you in our platform that the what all are the regions and the number of apps who are doing it. But yes, there's a category. I mean, day before yesterday, one of the platform has given me a free access to test them. I'm using it, so they have everything AI driven content. So yeah, there's a huge market for it. We must not understand that entertainment is there in various senses. I mean, there are people who try to engage with the non-human as well. I mean, there are apps those are providing a non-human personal assistance as well as the companions, and they have huge downloads. So therefore, I mean, there's a huge market in some specific regions for these apps. Uh, I would request, I mean, let's connect offline sometime and we will discuss the numbers like how many apps are there and what are the numbers that you can expect in the rest of the world. Sure.
Thank you very much, Pankaj. And I don't know if we still have time. This question is for Lena. If we have time, we have more questions. So um, if it's okay for everybody, we'll read another couple of questions. Uh, and let's see, let's get to the questions. So uh, we have a question from Master Media Production. And the question is, as an AI-driven studio already achieving close to real production quality, around 85%, through a smart hybrid of AI and human input, how can we accelerate investor confidence to match the speed of the technology's evolution? So who's gonna take this question, which is pretty complex as well?
Um, I'd love to talk to you guys offline even because this is something. I mean, it's something that's in our horizon next year. Even we also have a in-house AI content production company called Logline, and they're doing some really amazing work alongside of Super. The shows that we are producing are with them. Um, when you know when you mean by when you mean by investor confidence is for people to come in and commission more shows with you. Um, I, I don't know if that's what he meant, or that's what they meant. If it is that, then it's a largely platform driven decision, depending on how much they want to spend in, say, in a quarter in commissions. So, and depends on what you present to them. It's a commissioning decision entirely. Every content company or every content panel will have certain amount of budgets that they want to put in. If a brand or if a platform wants to heavily get into AI specific microdramas or Gen AI microdramas, they would naturally come to you. And as a production company, it's on you to how you scale your resources or budget them out and charge your clients really. Because if a brand wants to create AI only shows, they will spend behind it, irrespective, given the quality.
Thank you very much. So super interesting. Unfortunately, we have time for one last question, but before I read the question, I would like to ask the panelists to please share your contact in the chat so that people that have other questions, further questions, can reach out directly to you and continue the conversation. So let me select the last question. Give me a second while I navigate. I'll go back to the beginning of the chat and read this question. So this was from Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca says, you mentioned that microdrama has a guaranteed success formula. Isn't it more likely that new genres would bring different success structure? Who who wants to take this question?
Adi, you want to start on this?
I think even Pankaj said microdrama has no guaranteed success formula. Please give us, please give it to us if you have one. There isn't a sure shot guaranteed success playbook yet, Rebecca. Yes, new genres would bring in a different success structure, but again, it depends on platforms who are creating the shows and the bet that they want to take. If like Pankaj also had said that even the biggest cinema actor might have made 15 shows but might have only two hits. So if there is a platform that is ready to take that bet, experiment based on microdrama tropes and microdrama learnings, you would probably make 5 or 10 shows and you'll get a hit. But then you have to take that bet in today's economy, which is why Gen AI microdramas is something that you are seeing more actively in the market, because it is more rational economically as to shooting a live action show. But yes, to answer your second part of the question, new genres and experimenting on new genres eventually will give you a new success metric, or will might crack a niche that has not yet been cracked. But it's a bet that a platform would need to take. I mean, Pankaj, what's your thought?
Totally agree. I mean, since it is creative work, there's no guarantee in creative work. Something I really love, someone will hate it for sure. So that's how it happens. I mean, we have to keep on retrying, but there is a guarantee that you will succeed, and the success uh, can achieve far easily, like if you compare to the large scale movies. You see the budget, like once you start a big budget movie, I mean, there is no coming back from midway. Here, like, even if your one episode is live, you still have the chance to iterate in the second episode. I mean, this kind of liberty in a creative world wherein you can see the real time engagement and then changing what you have to say is like more of live communication, maybe just a lag of one day or like few hours. And being AI implemented, I mean, you will have all those iterations maybe in the pipeline, or you are very good to create all those iteration maybe in just couple of hours. So all that liberty is there. So the direction towards the success is far more easily achieved in terms of the essential elements that we can reiterate, as well as the budget that we have to spend. So I mean, this is something uh, can take as in direction. But again, we always have to rewrite the success formulas. What we have done probably 10 years ago may not work today. Fashion repeat itself. I think time will repeat, and something that didn't work 10 years ago, maybe that will work now. So keep on trying this and share your success. I mean, we will also love to learn from you guys.
Yeah, and I mean, even 10, like you said, even what's 10 years for microdrama? What might have worked 2 months ago might not work in next month.
Right, right, true, very true. Yeah.
I guess is if I request Lena to kind of step in here because I don't see Mattia in the call.
Hello, hello. Yes, I'm here. So thanks. Matcha is here now.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
apologies, everybody. I had a drop in connection. Well, thank you very much for everybody's participation, and I'm really sorry we didn't have enough time to get to uh, everybody's questions. But feel free to reach out to the panelists who um, have left their contacts in the chat. It was an absolute pleasure to present this panel today, and I want to thank Adidev and Pankaj. And thank you very much. It was a pleasure. And a big thanks again to SocialPeta, HoiChoi, Onset Octopus. And catch you the next one. And it was great talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank
Patia.
you, guys. Thank
Everyone.
you. Thank you, Lena, Mattia, everyone who's attended. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.